Good evening, everybody. Man, it's Friday. I'm gonna wait to see if anybody joins. I'll just get stuff pulled out and aside. Let's see. I pulled my Lavinia card back out from last Friday just because that just turned out so nice. I didn't know if I could show you that gold shimmery shine there. And then I'll be posting this one this weekend so you can see it. But I finished this one up using the Lavinia and those Slim Card Basics dies from Mama Elephant. Anyways, that is not what we are doing tonight. Tonight we are playing with the Mama Elephant Scene Builder stamp set, as you see here. There are 4 different scenes, as well as a couple smaller accessory images. I'm not sure what one we'll be using. This one would be pretty funny if we used it with the sloths, to be completely honest with you, but we'll be using probably one of these 3, and more likely one of the bottom 2. So let's see, I've got 2 card panel sizes cut out of watercolor cardstock. We're going to be using the distress markers again. And I don't know that I will do 2, but I figured at the very least I could have a couple options available, and I will finish the other one off camera. So let's see. I did cut them intentionally smaller. Let me see if I've got an A2 size card. I think I do over here. This one's kind of shaggy, but this will give you an idea. That way I could mat them up more and kind of really bold frame them. I thought that would be really pretty, and I actually might use craft card on these to give you an idea. So this one is the smaller piece, and this one is a wee bit smaller. Well, it's bigger than this one. This one is a wee bit smaller. So let's see. We will begin with the tinier one because I do like the smaller scale of this. And, let's see how we want to do this. Let me pull out these little sloth guys. Let's see. I do kind of like that city scene though, and we could, yeah, let's do that. That will be fun. We'll do a couple backdrops. I'm not going to do any fancy detailed coloring on this. I think it'll be more fun just to kind of, I love those washes, the watercolor washes. I am not embossing this either. We're going to just watercolor it. I'm going to use this bottom one. So let's see how we can lay these out so they'll both fit on here a bit. Now the nice thing about photopolymer is we can do some manipulating of the stamp, so I could pull this one longer. Well, you know what? We'll just do this one on this one. Maybe pull some of those trees in. Man, I just can't make up my mind. I really like this city line. We'll do this one first, but I want it to all be, I want the background to all be one layer, more specifically. So let's go ahead and stamp this using VersaFine ink. Yes, my hand scrubbing technique, if you want to call it a technique. It's making some noise, sorry about that. Let's do that one more time. Hi, Miss Tina. I know the one thing with watercolor paper is sometimes you don't always get that perfect impression the first time just because it's a textured paper. And this one is definitely textured. Okay, that's good. Let me grab my, oops, sorry, I just hit the stand. Grab my rag, wipe off that stamp, peel her back. I am still gonna see if we can work that one in, because I like it. we go. I think that'll work, and that won't push us too. I'm trying to line up these edges just a bit. I don't want it to overlap over the tree, over the houses, have the tree come up over the edge of the houses too much. So that'll work. Oh, I need to move my magnets down, don't I? I hope everybody had a lovely week. Just kind of ordinary stuff here for us. School should be winding down shortly, which is a good thing, I suppose. Although it does give Amalia something to do during the day. You feel more bad for my youngest because she doesn't have any of that stuff, like a structured thing that she was used to. Do it one more time, and then we'll stamp a couple sloth images and see what we can get done. I know I say I don't want it to be long every single time I do it. My last live was, whoa, my gosh, it was like an hour long. But I was having so much fun, I didn't even realize. That's the thing with those Lavinia projects. With the inking and the layering, they can tend to take a little bit longer. So we're gonna work with this as our scene. And then I've got some scraps of watercolor card up here. So I'm just gonna grab one of these and stick these off to the side. Where's my watercolor? I try to keep all that stuff together so I don't mistakenly, in a quick grab watercolor paper when I'm using markers or vice versa. Even though you'd think I could feel the difference, but I know what scraps I have where to use before I cut into a fresh sheet of paper. Maybe I should state it that way. Okay, so we put the scene builder, that was the scene builder set, and we're gonna use these cutie sloths again. So I think what would be really cute is to use, maybe we can make it a birthday party related one. I'm not gonna use any on the branches just because I don't think that's gonna work super well. So we could have this guy holding on to the Z balloons. Maybe he could be flying up here above the tree line over toward the city a bit. Hi, Miss Von Marie. And then we could have somebody else hanging out over here. What can we have over here? Maybe just this guy sitting down. So a sitting down guy and a balloon guy. What do you think about that? I think that's what we'll work with here. I don't have any other balloons, and I intentionally wanted to just use this one stamp set. Although I did bring the fairy one. We don't have this one in the store, but I considered using this one, but maybe I'll use that on my bonus card. All right, so let me stick this in there. Let's see, so we're gonna use, I think we'll use, which was the floaty guy? I like this guy for the floaty guy. The floaty guy, and, oh no, here we go, there we go. This guy, uh-oh, I just lost my Z's. That guy holding the Z balloons, and this guy's just sitting down. Let me grab the balloons. There they are. Okie dokie. So let's get this all stamped and assembled. Just want to make sure we're going to fit on here well enough so I can fussy cut it out afterwards. So we'll plunker this guy here. And this guy like over here. Don't you love when they're sticky like that? Every time you try to move your hands, they stick. So we used sitting down sloth before, but not hanging by a balloon sloth. Maybe I used the sitting one on that little skinny mini card box. I think I used him on that one, maybe. Okay. Well, that worked out pretty nicely the first time. Where's my dirty rag? Okay, so then we just have to stamp the balloons. I don't want to throw too many pops of color in there either. Maybe the occasional primary color there on the buildings will be fun, and on the balloons. But otherwise, I want to just kind of keep them kind of earthy. Surprise, surprise, right? Let me try not to get my head in the way here, and not tippy over the balloons. Sticky. Okay, let's stamp the balloons. That looks fine to me. Where's the lid to my broken ink? Stuff this up there. Now, I know she's not on here, but Miss Tanya Cordy, she's a crafty friend of mine who lives in Australia. She colored these little guys and then remembered to add that little bit of face masking there. So I might do that because it turned out so cute on hers. And I went, oh my goodness, how did I not think to try that? Okay, so why don't we work on the background first, maybe? No, I'll color them first. They just are screaming to be colored. So I think, which color did we use last time that I really liked? Brush corduroy, maybe? Let's try this one out and see what we think. Let me get a wee little brush. Got my water here. Let me get my rag. And we'll get started. Oh yeah, and my bone folder. Don't tell my friend Tasha who sent it to me. It's great for doing this. Oh, do you have these guys, Von Marie? You got these cutie little sloths? That might not be tiny enough. Let me get a smaller brush. My brushes are up here in a jar just above me. Let me get some more water. Let's add some color on here. So I'm just going to lay that first bit of color down, and then we'll go in and darken up some shadows. Just very basic watercolor. I just love the way the watercolor looks. As you know, I love to play with all the mediums. One I don't play with as often that I want to play with more pencils. I do enjoy them. So I need to do that again. Okay, so base layer is down there. I'm going to go ahead and add color to his face before I add in his little eye patches. I'm going to use antique linen for that bit. Ha ha. Oh, you bought the set after my note cards? I know, I'm sorry. Well, he's so cute. Look at this. I mean, how could you deny this little face? Let's just be honest. It's not me, it's him. You see how quickly these are to color, right? Okay, I'm going to throw some more of that brush corduroy down. Again, you don't need to use the markers for this. You can dab those ink pads off onto, you know, your bone folder. Pencils are fun. Miss Tina is wonderful with pencils, let me tell you. So we're just going to add a little bit of, nothing too fancy right here. Just a bit. I'll pull some of the color out here in a moment. I guess what could be nice with pencils too is, I know with alcohol markers in particular, you really kind of have to, for me anyways, to get that really nice blend, you have to work with them while they're wet, while the ink is wet. With pencils, you can walk away if you needed to. I'm just trying to add some darker bits here on his little nose. We'll go ahead and add his little eye bits in. If I can get enough of that color there. Isn't that great? It just transforms his little face so nicely. I'm so upset I didn't think of that before. So thank you, Tanya, for reminding me of this. Hee hee. I need more. Oh, hi, Miss Karis. Am I saying your name right? I hope I am. That's how I say it in my head every time I read your name. And yes, Miss Karis has done some amazing projects with this stamp set as well. These little guys are precious. Okay, let's throw some color down here. It's had a lot of water. Oh, so I got it right? Thank goodness. Good. Although I keep messing up Dana's name. Whoopsie. I don't do it on purpose. Add some to his little nose. Add on his little eye patches. What a cutie patootie. He's just so stinking cute. Hee hee. Just put, I can see that we've got a little bit of off-whitish because watercolor paper is not white. Okay, so that part is done. We'll let that dry. I will take some of this. I am going to take some of this same brush corduroy from him and really water this down. I just want that wash of color. I am going to add some green in here, but I am going to dirty it first. Got a song stuck in my head. I am not going to sing it for you, though. My daughter really likes it. She keeps asking Alexa to play birthday songs. I don't know why. It is not her birthday yet. But she wants Alexa to play birthday songs for her. So, I think we are done with that color. We will let that one dry now. Let's pull in some colors for these balloons. I am going to keep the colors I have used off here to the side, just in case. Okay, so for the balloons, we need some bright colors. Like I said, primary. So we'll do this right persimmon, yellow, mustard seed, and I'm going to do a green, only because he's going to be floating up, and that will tie into the green of the trees at the bottom. Because, you know, we have to make everything matchy-matchy. So we will use mauve lawn. So I'll make the front one orange, so we'll start with the back. I'm going to scribble. So mauve lawn, mustard seed. Ooh, I need to get a new tip for that one. It's starting to get kind of yucky pants. One thing I learned, because I contacted Tim Holtz, Ranger, about these markers, one of my tips was getting kind of yuck. You can actually flip these nibs. They told me that. I didn't know that. You can pull it out. It's another nib on the other side, and you flip it around. I said, yahoo. Oh, the distress markers? Well, you don't have to, Von Marie. You can just dab your pads off, your distress ink pads. You don't have to go buy the markers unless you, really want to. I find I like the way they work better if I, kind of scribble it off, which is the same thing that you would be doing by dabbing off your pad. Just something to think about. so this is the mustard seed on this balloon, and now we'll pull in the right persimmon orangish color. You lost your Distress ink pads? What in the world? Have you really? Any extra ones that I've had, like if I've gotten duplicates of the quad packs, I give to my daughters. And they love to play with them, that's for sure. Okay. That looks nice. Okay, let's pull some more of this green. I'm just using what's left there to kind of see if I could darken up some of the bits there, but I'm not gonna scribble again. That will suffice. Maybe we'll use some of this ripe persimmon on one of these buildings over here. That would be fun. How about this one? You know, it's like Miami Vice, right? You don't know, there could be a beach on the other side of these houses. When I was younger, we would drive, because I have always lived near the beach and the water. And we would go drive and look at the beach houses. And there was always this real big one at Wrightsville Beach. We'd call the Miami Vice house. It was like this corally pink color. I bet it's still there too. Man, I haven't been to Wrightsville Beach in a long time. I hope so. You see, the colors are going to be pretty simple enough, I think. Oh gosh, there's some, I don't know where that glitter's coming from. You can see it in my water. Maybe it was in this paintbrush. That's funny. So it's going to be sparkly too. Who would have thunk? Okay, so let's see. We'll add some yellow as well to some of these. I'm wearing my Mother of Dragons shirt today, and when the Game of Thrones show was on, and I was wearing it, I remember some of the older people in our community had no idea the reference. And they would say, "Oh, your daughters don't look like dragons." I said, "You don't know them." Yes, sparkling is always good, Miss Von Reed. Yes, it is. It sure is. We're gonna paint this one yellow. I am not worrying with those windows. That's faux show. Oh, hi, Miss Monica. If I'm trying to keep up with comments while I'm doing this, so if I miss somebody, please don't think it's because I did it intentionally. Totally unintentional. All right, so let's pull this green. I will pull a darker shade of green as well, so we can have some difference there. Okay, so I'm going to use pine needles and again mowed lawn. Scribble, scribble. Scribble, scribble, scribble. Uh-oh, I'm crossing the 30-minute mark. Marcia better hurry this up. Okay, so we'll do lighter green on these guys. See how quick? There's something so playful about watercolor, especially when it's kind of a messy look. I'm going to use the darker, what did I say that was? Pine needles on the pine needly looking trees. Huh? I gave that a lot of thought, didn't I? Yuck, 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 yuck. Scribble, scribble. That's right, Miss Monica. Scribble, scribble indeed. I think that's what's fun. It's kind of fun to play with different styles instead of pigeonholing or pigeonholing. Is that a word? That doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel like it's coming out of my mouth right. But that into one specific style or genre. I know sometimes I struggle if I'm trying something different, but I'll push myself just because it's kind of a fun creative journey. This is a fun one. I don't really have to try too hard with this one. I'm not saying I'm perfect at it. Don't hear me say that. I just enjoy this style. Oh, are we gonna make it, or am I gonna have to scribble more? I don't know. That looks fine. So now I'm gonna just kind of take what's left here. You see this, there's a science behind this, right? It takes the green. Do you really? Monica says she colors too hard. Really? Maybe we'll pull another green in here. Maybe I'm doing a bad thing. Peeled paint. Let's see what this one looks like. Well, maybe that would be a good experiment for you, Monica. You know, to play with some of these smaller ones and see how you like it. Get some more water. Get some more movement on here. And I'm literally, as you see, wiggle down these trees. Again, I'm using peeled paint, but you can mix some of the colors you have. This one's kind of a olivey green. I think that's what's fun. What was it? I was doing something, another project, and I needed like this plummy color, and I did not have it. I was watercoloring with these. I said, oh, geez. So I kept mixing them until I found a color that suited my fancy. Thank you. Let me pull some more. I kind of like this olivey green color. I'm going to put a bunch of these down again because I want to add some green in here and maybe on some of the roofs of the houses. Okay, so let's see. Let me pull some of this in there. Because I know we live in the woods and not everything is the same shade of green. There's a lot of greens and browns. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to take some of this darker one though here and kind of run it back there. Time for the lawn. I'm taking all of them. But I like how that brownie color kind of warmed it up a little bit first. Yes, brownie color. There we go. I'm gonna add some blotches like you see there on this part too. So let me just get some water off of there. Gonna throw some more color on there. I'm not gonna use the green, that darker green, that pine needles again on this one. Ugh, what am I doing? Got too much water. I'm gonna have to wait for it to dry a bit. Yes, I am dabbing it. See, I'm telling you, these bone folders have all kinds of purposes. Oh my gosh, I'm glad you think I make it look easy, because I feel like I'm just gonna woo woo. Yes, please do the live, Monica. You're gonna do awesome. You are just so talented. Are you gonna do some florals? Because that's what it seems to be something you enjoy. Everybody, let's cheer for Monica. Time to do it live. Join the rest of us as we scribble away while everybody watches. All right, that's my scene. Well, aside from the rest of the trees, the tippy top. And sky, of course. We have to do a little bit of some sky in there. So let's do some more buildings. I'm gonna go boring and do some antique linen, which isn't very boring because a lot of buildings kind of have this kind of color. Flowers are safe for you. Whatever you're most comfortable with is probably where you should start. So we're gonna throw on some beige building here. Yeah, I'm coloring over the windows. I don't care. Mr. Sloth dude is gonna be floating up over here anyway, so some of this is just gonna be covered. We'll cover this one off here to the side. The same color. When is this live? Oh, I know. You need to get with that lady. You need to get... Monica, you're being asked. When are you doing it? I guess I'm going to do a bunch of beige ones. It's kind of a safe background color. Maybe we'll do... I don't really want to pull a lot of other colors in. I'll use... What is this one? Rusty hinge? Sure, that sounds great. I might add that to the roofs. You know, like clay roofs. See? These kind of look like that. Very neutral colors. Yeah, the whole thing's gonna get this color. In fact, in this land, everybody gets these roofs. Their HOA stipulates they have to all have the same roofs. Uh-oh, I'm almost out of battery, guys. We're gonna have to wrap this up. Okay, let's see. We're nearly there, we're nearly there. The little engine that could. Well, this building wants to be difficult, doesn't it? That's a darker one there. I'm just gonna water this one down and we're just gonna make this building this color. The whole thing. Okay. That works for me. Oh, I do want to pull some of this in. You don't want to waste it. See, there we go. Used it up. Oh, hi, Miss Dana. Hey, Miss Dana. Okay. Now we have to add a blue sky. We are nearly there. My pile of markers on the other side is growing. Broken china, sure, why not? I think this is a rainbow right here. I believe that's what people have done with that. We can color that one in too, I suppose. Oh yeah, let me wet this sky up first, so it won't go on so dark. Yeah, I can see some of that golden in there, but that's okay. blue. See, scribble, scribble. And there you have it, instant sky. Hooray. Doesn't that look cute? I feel like there should be like a little park right there. You know, like a little park. Ooh, can you see my glitter? Again, I'm not like exactly sure how that happened. Well, Monica, that's not nice. They shouldn't laugh at you. Okay, so let's pull in some of these same colors. Yeah, that's that rusty one. Ooh. I don't even think you're going to see that yellow there. The nib is all checked up. Who has you cracking up? Ta-da! Okay, see, and I'll show you. These are, you'll notice they're all my colors. That's not even that many, right? So we have our scene. It's the scene builders, mind you. I'm tired and loopy. You know, we've got a nickname for my husband when he gets really tired and loopy. We say he's being an NSO. His name is, or his nickname is Ovi, so it stands for No Sleep Ovi. So when he acts like this, we call him an NSO. My friends and I used to laugh that we didn't need drugs or anything. We would get crazy pants enough all by ourselves without any sleep. Those were the days. I know you guys are watching me do all kinds of really exciting stuff tonight. Man, got to see me stamp, cut. I am just thrilling you guys to pieces. Oh, me? Oh. Oh, good. I'm glad I'm making you chuckle. I admit, I woke up earlier than anticipated this morning. Husband was getting himself ready, and he had woken up kind of early, and he doesn't always think about other people but himself in the mornings. And he was watching Saturday Night Live replay on his phone as loudly as he could, without closing the bedroom doors, myself or the girls. And I was so angry. I came storming out and said, I scolded him. But trust me, if it were reversed, holy bananas. He does not wake up on the good side of the bed most days. And I remind him that because he's the dad, he doesn't have to wake up when they call. I do. So on those rare occasions when they startle him to awake, he needs to just deal with it. Do I hear an amen? Oh, yeah? Mm-hmm. Oh, gosh. Now, that's what's really funny is when my husband finds something really funny, he gets to laughing so hard. Oh my gosh. It's just it's comical. It's comical watching that happen. I mean, you think he's going to hyperventilate or something. Okay. I don't like that. There's too much. It's not even. That's a little better, but now I got to clean that. See, this is what happens, right? You go to clean up one little piece and then you're like, oh gosh, and that snowballs out of control. I want to cut those little white pieces out of there. I really do. But we are not, because that's just going to make me say not nice words. Thank you. And I just realized we don't even have a sentiment on here. See, we're just gonna cover a little rusty building anyways. And that's gonna be our card, I think. Let me see, this one's kind of my trimmer blade on my old trimmer. Ugh, actually cut it. That's not what I wanted to do. Well, for the sake of this, I can try to clean that edge up later on, but just so you can see. Maybe I'll see if I can find like a mossy green color that matches that to mount this on top of. But see how cute this is? Messy watercolor, really quick, shimmery to boot. You know, it just oozes out of my pores. What can I say? And throw Mr. City down Sloth. He's like, hey, dude, where you going? It's my birthday. He said, oh no, I'm so sorry, I'm floating away. And that will be about the card. So isn't that precious? Really easy. See, I hope you out there in camera land will try, yes, natural shimmer. We'll try this messy kind of watercolor. And see, it's fun. I think it's so cute. You don't have to pay attention. Not everything has to have shading and shadow. I did to this little guy because he's the star of the show, right? Or they have to share the spotlight. But see the buildings in the background? They are in the background. They don't need all that fancy detail. They're just in the back. So I'm glad you guys have enjoyed the funness tonight. Thank you, Miss Tina. Remember, multi-purpose bone folders are really paint palettes. And you guys have a lovely Friday evening. Oh my gosh, I almost went another hour. Shame, shame. And yeah, you guys take care. I'll see you guys next Friday. Look for this card completed on Sunday, because I'll blog all of my Friday Night Live cards the next Sunday and try to have the video uploaded to YouTube as well for replaying pleasure. Anyways, you guys have been wonderful. I'll talk to you guys later, and now I'm gonna eat some Oreos and go to sleep. All right, thanks so much, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, bye.